Hey friends, what's up? You've been asking me in the comments for a while now about the shelf I use, as well as what lamps I have and how to properly grow seedlings. In this video, I'll explain everything to you in detail. Also, after watching the video till the end, you'll figure out whether you need such a shelf or not. What is the purpose? I am in need of a shelf. Why is it not possible to grow seedlings on the windowsill? When you plant your seedlings and water them, especially when they are still so small, the soil in your container is moist, and cold air comes in from the windowsill, which leads to the development of a disease called black leg that affects the seedlings. The seedlings are growing fast, it's falling apart and everything is dying, and also the seedlings on the windowsill don't get enough light now in the spring because the daylight is quite short, and the seedlings need to be illuminated for 12 hours. I'm telling you from my own experience. So I decided for myself that I will only grow seedlings in a rack. To start, which shelf should I select? I cultivate seedlings solely for my own use. Therefore, I possess a shelf that measures 1 meter 80 centimeters in height, with a width of 90 centimeters and a depth of 40 centimeters. This shelf contains a total of 5 shelves, namely 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But I only use 2, and that's enough for me. You can fit at least 40 and a maximum of 50 of these half-liter glasses on one shelf. So, on 2 shelves you can cultivate 100 seedlings. That is excessive for a single family. Well, if necessary, you can also hang lamps on these 2 shelves, and in doing so, you can double the quantity of your seedlings. He's metal. It cost me $45. I quote prices in dollars because I deal with people from different countries. And can you convert it to your currency and determine the value? First, I want to tell you about one little thing. So it is better when you grow seedlings or make these pallets. It is a really cool idea. Because these wooden pallets won't transfer the cold from the metal, even if it's chilly in your room. There's also a film here. When I water my seedlings, the excess water comes out onto the film and evaporates. And that's why the moisture doesn't spread to the lower shelves, and the shelves themselves will never be dirty. And the main thing is that it's very easy to take out your seedlings in such trays, harden them on the street or in a greenhouse. And in the event that you are not going to make these pallets for yourself, then it is definitely advisable to put this material in this designated area on the shelves. And this is merely regular insulation. I have it thicker. 4 millimeters, here is foamed polyethylene, and here is foil, which additionally reflects light, and there is a sufficient quantity of it for seedlings to thrive. As for the lamps themselves, here are these lamps. They are in an aluminum case. It heats up, so it provides additional heating for your seedlings, even if it's cool in your room. There is only one bulb with a power of 14 watts. For my shelf size, as I mentioned earlier, I require 2 lamps. This will be enough, so I attach these beams like this, so that later, when I grow my seedlings, I won't have to take apart the shelf. I'll just remove the insulation material and the lamps. And I'll be able to use it as a regular shelf for various things, like here I have seeds, fertilizers and other stuff. That single lamp is priced at $6. This is a linear light fixture that comes with a switch. Here it is, and you can turn off each lamp separately. And all these bulbs go here to this extension cord of mine. I can turn off all my lights with just one click here. This is very convenient. The color temperature of this light fixture is 4000 Kelvin and the luminous flux is 1260 lumens. Seedlings of aubergines, capsicums, tomatoes and citrus fruits grow really well under these lamps. Also I grow onions here. You see how green and beautiful it grows. Here I grow seedlings of savory, seedlings of mint. And you can also grow flowers under these lamps. And you don't need to buy Fitu lamps. I have got this fancy lamp. It is really expensive. But look what it did to my seedlings when I was growing them under it. The first leaves that grew on the eggplant seedlings, they got burned, twisted, practically on every plant. And then when I placed leaves on this shelf, it turned green. New leaves have grown, looking nice and pretty. Professional grow lights, I can certainly tell you, when it comes to home cultivation, it is money that is thrown to the wind. Also, I reckon you might be wondering, what if you make a shelf yourself? Say, out of wood. If you've got the tool, if you know how to do it, and if you already have the wood, it'll definitely be cheaper. However, if you need to purchase everything, it will still cost the same, but you'll spend much more time assembling such a shelf, making it a time-consuming task. And the look of a wooden shelf that you make with your own hands won't be as nice as a metal one. Many individuals are afraid to construct a shelf because they believe it will be extremely costly with substantial electricity expenses. But that's not true. Let's do the math together, shall we? The first seeds we plant for seedlings are eggplants and parsley because they take the longest to grow. And the seedlings start appearing around February 20th. She'll need to be highlighted right away, and we light up this seedling around April 20th. Because later the temperature outside will warm up sufficiently during the day, and the seedlings will need to be taken outside under the sun's rays and hardened to withstand the conditions. And we won't be using lamps to light up then, and that means we need to illuminate the seedlings under these lamps. Just 60 days, that's all. Like I said, I have one light bulb that consumes 14 watts. I've got 4 of them. I performed the multiplication of 14 by 4 and obtained the result of 56 watts per hour. Then we multiply these 56 watts by 12, because the seedlings need to experience 12 hours a day. And we'll get 672 watts. We multiply this number by 60. These are our 60 days that we'll need to experience seedlings, and we get 40320 watts, or 40 kilowatts. Next, we multiply it by the cost of your electricity, and then you calculate the total amount that you will spend on lighting your seedlings for a duration of 60 days. In my case, it's about $3. You see, it turns out to be very cheap considering that the seedlings grow green, strong, don't stretch, and will give us a very good harvest later. And if you have day and night rates, you can experience gardening at midnight for 12 hours. And on the day of the lamp, you will need to turn it off. But here you will need to hang something dark so that the sunlight does not pass through the window and our seedlings can rest during the day. Because if the sun keeps shining, the seedlings will still stretch towards it. Well, now that you've watched the video to the end, I'll tell you about the actual cost of this shelf. Lamps, like I said, cost 24 bucks, the shelf is 45 bucks, and this insulation material cost me 2 bucks. So, the price of this shelf ultimately came to a total of $71 for me. I won't state whether it's costly or inexpensive for you, but I have certainly concluded that I require this shelf for myself because the plants are flourishing magnificently with vibrant green color and without any issues or diseases. Additionally, I will utilize this shelf in the future to store various other items. And when the following year arrives to grow seedlings once more, I will put these bulbs once more and fasten this insulating material once more. Because he is connected to me using these bolts inserted into these openings, do you understand? He comes off easily and then goes back on easily. So, if the information from this video was helpful to you, be sure to give it a like. For any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, I'll answer. Wishing you strong seedlings and a successful day. See you in the new videos. See you later.